Section 5.3 is about Venn diagrams and counting. If you aren't feeling comfortable working with Venn diagrams, please work through some more examples from the text, and feel free to reach out to me or to talk to any of your classmates for guidance, right? I already have said before that one of the best ways to learn is to teach others. So first thing we're talking about is basic regions, and then basic regions and counting. So each Venn diagram divides the universal set into non-overlapping regions called basic regions. Below are the basic regions for a Venn diagram with 2 sets and 3 sets. All right, so if I have 2 sets, I have 4 basic regions. If I have 3 sets, I have 5, 6, 7, I think it's 8. These are Roman numerals. I have 8 basic regions. So let's practice counting with this. For the survey of the presidents in the 500 largest corporations in the United States, where 310 had degrees of any sort, 238 had undergraduate degrees in business, and 184 had degrees in business. Okay? I want to determine, I want to use this Venn diagram to label our regions. And the first thing I need to do is determine the number of presidents having exactly 1 graduate or undergraduate degree in business. So remember, for this, we use the principle of inclusion-exclusion. So the size of the union equals the size of each of the individual parts minus the intersection, which is our center section right here. We did this problem in the last PowerPoint. So let's let this set be S and this set be T. I know that the union of S and T is 310. I know that there are in S 238 with just an undergraduate degree in business, and there are 184 with a graduate degree in business, and I need to find the intersection. I can do that using the inclusion-exclusion principle. So I have, let's look over here. I have the size of the union equals the size of S plus the size of T minus the size of the intersection. So that means 310 equals 238 plus 184 minus the size of the union. It's the intersection. So if I solve this equation, I would have found that I get 112 equals N of S intersect T. So I have 310 people were surveyed from 500 businesses. So that means in this middle area, there's only going to be 310. So S is, so my intersection is 112. So in order to find the size of S that's out 12, I have to take 238 minus 112. And that's going to give me 126. So that's how many are in this circle. In order to find the size of T, I have to take 184 minus 112. That gives me 72. So that's how many elements are just in T. And I've got my universe out here, which was the 500 largest corporations. I have 310 represented in our union, which means I have 190 outside. The results from an exam taken by 130 students were as follows. 90 students correctly answered the first question. 62 students correctly answered the second question, and 50 students collectively answered both questions. We're going to draw a Venn diagram of this, fill in our regions, and then we're going to be able to answer the questions above. So here I've got my Venn diagram. I'm going to let, we're going to groups F and S. F for first question, S for second question. So 90 students answered the first question correctly and 50 answered both questions correctly. So I have 50 in the intersection. That means if I'm looking for the size of F, because this 50 is included, I need it to add up to 90. So I take 90 minus 50 and I get there's 40 here. So I have a total of 90 because 40 plus 50 is 90. Same thing's true for S. I need all of S to add up to 62. I already have 50 in here, so 12. Next, I know that this universal space has 100. Hi, Bobby. There she is again, guys. Next, I know that my universal set has 130 students. How many are represented here? I have 40 plus 50 plus 12, so that gives me 102. So I take 130 minus 102, and that gives me 28 are out on the fringes. So how many students did not answer either of the first questions correctly? Well, that's going to be those who aren't in F or S, so that's going to be 28. How many students answered either the first or the second question? That should say correctly. Well, that's going to be those, if it's or, right? That's the union. And I just found out, that the size of F union S is 102, right? We added up everything in F and everything in S and the intersection. How many students either the first or the second question correctly, but not both? So that means right now we're ignoring the intersection. So I'm going to have 40 who got the first question right, but not the second, and 12 who got the second question right, but not the first. That gives me 52. How many students answered the second question correctly, but not the first? That's going to be those who are just in S over here. This group right here, that's going to be 12 students. Another example, a survey of 100 college faculty who exercise regularly found that 45 jog, 30 swim, 20 cycle, 6 jog and swim, 1 jogs and cycles, 5 swim and cycle, and 1 does all 3. How many faculty members do not do any of these activities? How many just jog? Those are the questions we're looking to answer. So this is a 3 Venn diagram. We have those who jog, swim, and cycle. I like to work my way from the intersections and go outwards. So let's try and draw the prettiest, I gotta draw it myself, darn it, the prettiest Venn diagram in the world. I know. Okay, I feel like that's a lot better. I give myself a B on this one. Okay, so 1 does all 3. So 1's in the center where everything intersects. There's 1. 5 swim and cycle. Oh, I guess I should suppose swim, jog, cycle. So 5 swim and cycle. That's going to be this section right here. But I already have 1 in there, so that's going to mean I have 4. 1 jogs and cycles. Well, here's jogs and cycles. I already have 1 in there, so that's going to be 0. Next, 6 jog and swim. Here's jog and swim. I already have 1 in here because of the middle, so it's going to be 5. So its sum is 6. Then I have that 45 jog. Well, I already have 6 joggers accounted for, so that leaves me with 39. So that way all of everything in jog adds up to 45. I have 30 who swim. Right now I currently have 10, so that gives me 20. And then I have 20 who cycle, So I have 1 and 4 already subtracted from 20. That gives me 15. Now, I also want to know how many faculty members do not do any of these activities. For this, I need to take the sum of all of the different sections. So I have 20 plus 5 plus 4 plus 1 plus 15 plus 39. So I've got 25, 29, 30, 45, 45 plus 39. It's been a long day, folks. 84. Great. So I've got 84. That means of my 100 faculty, how many are in the outskirts, which is how many do not do any of these activities? That's going to be 16. How many just jog and only jog? That's going to be 39.